Hey there, sexy soul. Let me try and see if I can't get that resituated for everybody. Okay, sorry about that. All right, guys, we are back for another coffee and tarot. Good Lord, and the famous squeaky chair still around. Okay, get your coffee, your tea, your smoothie, your juice. That's what I'm doing today. I know, I'm weird. It's in the title, y'all, okay? Wine, I don't care. Get whatever you want, but let's cozy up, settle in, get comfortable, and check and see if there's a message for us today. Now, before I started on today, it was short and sweet. It felt busy. Whatever it was almost like trying to get to something, almost like there's a task. Let's say there's a task. There's the energy of there's a task, but there's so many things that it was almost like you started on doing things for the day. This is the scenario that they gave me. And by the time you sat down to do the task, you're like, wow, a lot of time went by. Like it took a lot of time. Like I feel like time is of the essence. Things are moving quickly. And the time for something is approaching very fast, faster than you realize, and things are picking up. And I feel like up until the point where it does arrive, there's going to be a lot of like house cleaning, you know, which could be all kinds of stuff. I don't mean even just your house, but it may be house cleaning. It's almost as if they're saying, hey, because I feel like there's some very tangible tasks and things that you're going to be getting very busy with. But a lot of it is almost like getting all your ducks in a row, you know, all those colloquial sayings, getting all your ducks in a row, getting everything where it's like, you know, nothing's behind, you know, like people, when you get like a new bank card and you have to update all the bills and you know, and you have to sit down and go list by list by list and get it all. It's almost as if it's like you want to make sure everything is good. So when this arrives, you don't have little things distracting you. But it's almost as if time is flying by faster than you realize as you're trying to get all of these little things done. So the thing that I want to say is stay consistent, do what you need to do, all the daily tasks. But I also feel like, again, it's house cleaning. It's almost like all these little things that can pop up. It could be very well getting rid of junk from your house. Almost like we've talked in some of the past readings about people are going to be moving. I feel there's a large amount of people in collective, and especially if you're in the United States, I see, and it's not just the United States, but I'm just going to say in the United States, especially with the things that are going on right now, people are going to be moving. Yeah. And so it's almost as if it's like, it's a fresh start. So you're going to get rid of anything that is like, you know, like a house hoarder. Like you're like, why do I still have this? I don't understand. I mean, I kept it because I don't know, you know, and then you get to a point where you're like, you know, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And it almost, whatever these task cleaning, house cleaning, little tidbitty things that you've got to do, your energy is going to feel clear, crisp, and ready and unhindered by taking care of these things. However, time is moving fast, and this thing is approaching really quickly, and they're giving you the heads up, because otherwise when it does, you're going to feel like you have too much on your plate. And so they're telling you to take care of some things right now. And I gotta be honest with you, even with this warning, it feels as if some of the stuff, like you've waited so long, it's gonna spill over, okay? And so they're like, but don't wait too long, because otherwise it'll be monumental and you're just gonna be totally exhausted. And they don't want you to be totally exhausted. So pace yourself and get started, okay? All right, now that we're done with that, that was a quick one, but they started channeling to me as I started speaking, so. Alrighty. We're gonna go with our trusty golden universal. Okay, sorry, and the split. What? We got the page. Listen to me. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, because it has a horse. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Yeah, oh my God, guys. If there ever was something that would be a home move, it's almost like a new opportunity for a home. Or a new job opportunity that's going to be stable. So there's a move. I don't know what this is. This has been a theme, and I actually listened to some readings yesterday, 2 of them, and they were doing the same. Ten of Pentacles, okay? Because this is the move that's going to bring in like the longevity and success that you've been looking for, your legacy. And so they're saying, okay, like this is that second leg of the of your life. Like this is the next phase of your life. Like this is what you're going to be known for. I just heard that. Oh, I wonder who that's for. This is what you're going to be known for. What? Ooh. Ooh, seriously? Okay, I got to quit looking at the... Okay, they just teasing and taunting me right now. All right, give me just a second. Okay. And yes, the way that I move and clear and unobstruct the energy within my body is breathing. And sometimes I know it can get annoying because it's like, well, I don't snort. I don't know why I just did that, but I hope I don't. I mean, I might when I laugh. No judging, okay? All right, guys, I know you're just like, anytime now. And I do take care of, oof, something's ending. Wow, okay. Let's just get this stuff up here. Okay, yeah. Wowie, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. An abrupt, fast, faded ending that you are fully walking into. I want you to take a look at this ten of swords, okay? He didn't get stabbed in the back. It's almost as if this dude turned, faced it, and walked right into every single sword there was. And I think it's something that you see coming. I got to be honest with you. You've seen this coming. We're going to ask more about this because whatever this is, whatever this tower moment. And the funny thing is that I know a lot of people are going to get panicky, right? A lot of people are going to get panicky, okay? Because there's a Ten of Swords in the tower. So it's like, oh, a negative tower moment. No, you walked right into this. This is almost something that you initiated. It's almost as if you got so sick and tired of being in the Nine of Swords energy, the wondering, the worry, the trying to figure something out, that you make a sudden move. And it's really meant to be. It's one of those things where, like, it's almost as if, I want to say that Spirit let you flounder in that energy of being very confused and wondering and being anxiety ridden, so that you would have, when you finally made that decision, it would be a final one. It would be, you know what I mean? And it would be the correct one. Sometimes, the only real way to surrender to something, because we're fighting against it so much, is to allow it to wear us down until that's all we have left to do. So, and we're gonna talk about this a lot, but just so that you're aware, this is gonna be hella good, hella good, okay? And actually, the way that these fell out, we always do the center card as the overall energy, which is following your intuition and your heart. Like what the path that is going to fill you up the most, that will have you the most fulfilled, that give you the most joy, okay? But the one that is just like an intuitive knowing. And so on this side, with the tower, it's almost as if you're leaving, because she's facing this direction, guys. You walked right into this. You initiated this fucking change. Pardon my French, but when I get real excited, It's not my French. I know some French people are gonna be, that is not French. Okay, look, all right. I say some colorful words. All right. All right. So with the Ten of Swords, we've got, you walked right into this. You initiated something. You did something to start this cycle over again, or to start a new cycle. Not this exact same cycle. You walked away from the old one. So you're moving into the Ace of Swords. That's massive new path, new change, following your truth, right? So, and you did this. You initiated this, which it really had to happen, because whatever you had going on, faulty foundation, wasn't going to sustain you, wasn't going to give you the longevity. And we saw that Ten of Pentacles went on that split, and that is all about the you just couldn't keep going with the way that the energies were. If we're talking about finances, this is almost as if you were like getting by in life by like the skim of your teeth, right? And all it would take was just one little thing, one minute thing to maybe make you homeless, to maybe put you out in the streets, and like, you know, that kind of thing. Like it's that type of energy. So whatever you were existing in, and you were constantly worried because of this. So I feel like something is coming in and you're willing to walk right into it. And if we're piggybacking on some of the other readings, we're going to talk about the opportunity that's coming in. This opportunity that would come in, you're going to walk straight into this. This would be fear, right? This would be like the unknown and walking right into this. Okay, because you're beyond just like, it's almost like a scary exchange and encounter with others, because the 9 is where you are in that solitary energy of being in your mindset, within your mind, and being fearful. Man, I'm trying to talk too fast and I'm stumbling over my words. Do apologize. And this is a little bit more like whatever the worst could have happened did. And you're giving up any and all. It's almost like, you know what, fuck it. If something bad happens, it happens. I'm going for it. That's what it feels like. Like this is a risk, but it's a fated one, because the Tower card is always fated. It's always like destiny. Like this is it's going to happen whether you like it or not. You can prepare for it or you cannot. And so I want to say it's one of those things where you were hesitant, worried, and anxious about making a move that you knew you had to make, that it was going to be inevitable at some point, and you finally turned around and walked right the fuck into it. You're like, let's do this. Okay? You're walking right in full force to a new cycle. You're intentionally going, okay, I'm not going to wait for the universe. This is going to end. And because of that, and what you're doing really is, again, following your intuition, following your heart, and going towards the thing that's going to bring you a lot of joy. And can I just also say, this is a hell yes. This is if you have a question about something weighing on your mind and your heart, and you were like, I don't know if this is going to work out, but I'm going for it. Spirit is saying, heifer, it's going to work out a lot faster than you ever thought. This is the big fat yes card. This is your path is lit up. So if you felt confused before, like you just couldn't see, as soon as you make that decision and you walk right into it, boom, you see things clearly and very fast. Some very fast success and victory is coming in for you. Again, I always tell people the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands are the fastest moving tarot cards in the deck. Can we talk about the Major Arcana? Sure. Major Arcana is all about the overall energy. That is the momentum and the immensity and the power that is behind something, but not necessarily the speed at which something happens. To get those types of details, you look at the Minor Arcana and the 2 fastest moving cards in the deck. And in fact, in my opinion, the best fastest card. Because, you know, sometimes we're just gonna say, sometimes the Knight of Wands, he's a little impulsive. So his speed is not always like the smartest. It can be, it can pay off, and sometimes it does not. It blows up in your face. But the best speed is the 8 of Wands, because in most of the traditional tarot decks, it is the one card that has no person depicted in it, period. This is all spirit. You see how focused all these wands are? This portal-y like image, and how they're going, and they're all heading right into the same direction. This is spirit leading this. So spirit, because you finally made this decision and you move towards that, is bringing this hot and heavy. This is awesome. All right, we're gonna pull a little bit more from this one. Ooh, that was fast. Okay, we got 3. Huh. I'm trying to figure this one out because technically this one was like over here and it was more like this. So yeah. But I'm feeling this. Why are they doing it like this? Okay, so logically you would think, oh my God, take a rest because you're gonna have a hell of a lot of work to do and you have to really focus and get going. And that is going to open things up for you. This is feeling like as a certain, like, okay, so this isn't in an order, guys. This is just, sorry, this is how I read, all right? All the cards play off of one another. I don't really do like spreads, and I know that confuses some people, but just hold on, just stick with me here. You're gonna have to do, like, okay, when they were telling me earlier, as I was channeling, like the downloads that I got before we even started, about get started now, because you don't want things to be superbly overwhelmed, but you need to pace yourself. It's almost as if getting into a, like, just step by step, cleaning house, getting it together, because I do feel like it's going to get busy. And for me, this is like the balance that's needed, okay? Because there is going to be a lot that you're going to have to put focus on. You're going to need to be able to have all those minor tasks and various things taken care of so that you can put your time and energy to this and not be split. Because what they are wanting for you to kind of go back and forth. There's a lot of self-care that you're going to need to engage in. There's gonna have to be a balance between that. All the effort and work and focus and skills that you're putting towards something will need to be balanced with your rest and self-care and taking care of your mind. I really feel like needing mental rest and reprieve and regrouping and rejuvenation, because whatever this reminds me of something that is either one, so physically depleting that I don't know if y'all have ever done this. I'm sure everybody at some point has, but you know, there's some people out there that are very privileged and they don't have to do this thing. But you ever have to do so much work that, like, when you move house, I've had the unfortunate, yeah. Okay, so this is a little bit like having to pack up an entire house that you've lived in for 40 years, throw all kinds of stuff away, and no matter what the preparation was, it's so exhausting, right? You get so exhausted from it physically, and it's a mentally stressful thing because you're trying to figure out how to best do this. You know, it takes a lot of coordination and organization, and you were so kaput, okay, afterwards, that you feel like you've had a lobotomy, like somebody's literally just drilled a hole into your head. And they're saying with this, the reason why it's not something where go ahead and put all this effort in and then rest is because these are supposed to go hand in hand. Because once this change that you walk straight into happens, you can be busy. You can be very busy. And rather than having to spend the free time that you do have, and whatever this is going to afford you the opportunity to have that balance. And I think maybe you've been wanting that. Like, I want to have joy and time for myself and to work towards something, a goal or a career that I really love, right? Like I want to do this. And I feel like there's a couple of things here. Do all the all the little routine house cleaning, getting everything ready now, so that when this starts, whatever time you have left over from all the attention to the work can go into self-care, rejuvenation. It'll be a retreat rather than leaving one aspect of working and going to another, right? Like you don't want to be going 24/7, basically. Okay, and this is happening. This is opening up so much. It's good. It's almost as if when you say, F it, I'm walking right into this, and you blow it up yourself. You take the initiative to just do this, and this may be something coming in and being offered to you, and you're like, you jump on it rather than hesitating, right? Because you're like, you know what, this is gonna change a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna do it. You know? Like you're done with the anxiety. You're moving into that next phase. And so you initiated. And it opens the floodgates, right? Like, because we have this, oh my gosh, this is great, this is wonderful, but it could be one of those things where it's not a Seven of Cups energy. I want to say there's going to be several things that open up that you have wanted, or there's going to be several aspects to this that's just going to keep you, it's going to open up so many things. So you know how some people will think, I'm going to put in the work and then I'll rest after? Well, the problem is that you're going to have this opportunity, and then this opportunity, and then this opportunity, and it's like there is no work, rest, work, rest. You're like, you know, like a busy period 3 months, and a dull, stagnant period for 3 months, and a busy period for 3 months. And no, it's not going to be like that. It is every day, every day. 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. You know, working for 3 days, off for 4. Working for this, you know, and like you're just in the flow. It's going to be very fluid, and it's going to feel busy because you are consistently doing something. You're just consistently doing something. So they're saying, because what you're working on, this very specific skill or job or project or anything that you work on, or the move, it's almost as if like once you get to where you're going, then you get offered this project, and then from that project you've got to get your kids into school, and like it depends on what you got going on in your life, but you know, it's like there's always just going to be something. It's going to be a busy period. And I think that you're so used to having massive highs and massive lows, where it's like when things are going good, they're going good, but when you dip down, but you're there for a while, like that's not how it's going to play out. And so they're saying you need to get into, like, there's just going to be so many wonderful, beautiful things that open up to you. This is a completion of one cycle and an opening of a brand new one. So that's what they're talking about. You're initiating this. You need to find that balance and start now. So start making sure that you pace yourself. You know, some of us are fantastic procrastinators because we thrive, especially if you're neurodivergent. And they're saying you're entering into a phase where, despite that being how you thrived in the past, the best way forward, and for whatever reason, I feel like this is going to be a stark contrast for some of you, you're going to enter into this phase or the next cycle of your life. It's a pretty long period where this is going to benefit you more, and you perform better by doing this. Okay? You'll burn out too quickly with the procrastination. So what may have worked before ain't going to work now. But you do need to clean up some stuff. We're going to get into some details about what this is really quick. And then I'll let you guys go, because apparently you got some shit to take care of. What are you walking right into? What are you saying? F it, I'm doing it. I'm done with anxiety. I've been anxious about my life. I've been in a very anxious and worried phase for some time. I'm just gonna do it. I know y'all just looked at this and said, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry. I heard somebody say that. So we'll state the obvious. I'm just going to be honest with you. Some of y'all going into some kind of contract or partnership that you felt like, you may have felt like you don't really, and I don't know why I'm getting this, but if this is love, you weren't so sure you were wanting love and you kind of hesitated on it. And I'm just going to put this out there. This is coming through. Okay, so here's the deal. Again, I apologize that this may be directed towards some of to my people that are in the US. We've got information that message of a concern is something that you don't want to hear. Bad news. Something that you don't like hearing, that you feel like it could be delays, but I feel like it's something that you don't want to hear. And this is the feminine energy right here that I'm seeing, okay? And wow. This is taking a Jesus Christ, guys. Oh my. This is taking a turn I did not anticipate. I do feel like up here was a very general energy that's going to be applied to a lot of people, but I feel like there are some feminines that are clocking in because we have something that feels like a prison sentence, something that feels limiting, that you feel, and it has to do with an agreement, following through, contracts, legalities, and then we've got lovers over here. And I want to say, I'm going to keep it general in the sense for some people, because I have people all across the world, all across the globe, that some of y'all may have hesitated towards love. I'm just going to be honest with you. And the idea of being in a long-term commitment felt like something being, feeling very imprisoned, okay? Feeling like it just couldn't happen. Like you couldn't see yourself being in a long-term relationship, all right? Like with love. But when I go to pull the deck and I start hearing things like world news, like, you know, national news that has, and we're talking about somebody moving, like they're bringing that up. And it's almost as if you have been worried and some shit happened and you're like, I'm just going to follow my gut and I'm just going to go. So there very well could be, for those who are in the US, the recent turn of events with the overturning of certain laws that impact people's human rights. Maybe this negative feeling is pushing you into okay, I'm just going to say it, because at the bottom of the deck was a child. So the overturning of Roe v. Wade may be igniting some people to move. I'm just going to say it. I did not want to. And you're moving somewhere. You've contemplating this. This isn't just something that you've thought about, but I feel like you're in a place where you feel like, I want to go where I feel more safe. This could be going to a different country. This could be going to a different state. This could be leaving a toxic relationship, something that you felt, you know, or even with the news that's coming in, because again, this can be new beginning, but this is also child. So we're going to do a dualistic thing here, okay, guys? In general, you're moving towards something that you felt would be, you were too limited and you were prevented from being able to engage in. Like maybe there's some type of something that you would love to do that would require a lot of commitment on your part, and you felt like you were stuck because there were things that were preventing you and delaying you. Okay, that could be it. For my US peeps, though, I'm going to say, because they specifically brought out a feminine card, that whatever news, the news of what has recently occurred, and this may be even for my masculines too, I'm going to open it up, but because the news was negative in regards to like this change, and that would be a tower moment, and it would feel almost like you saw it coming, but this change that has happened on a national level has made you feel as if, and I'm going to pull this one out. I don't even think that this is, I think this is what's spurring it. I gotta be honest with you, because we've got the marriage card, which would be commitment, which would be being in a relationship with somebody else, feeling imprisoned like you can't, but wanting, because look at them, Lovers is all about the indulgence of that and, you know, the childhood. So I feel like this is describing the bad news that in regards to feminines. So it impacts relationships and love, and you know, whatever this negative information is in regards to that. So you can't have marriage, love, imprisonment, and child and not say, oh my God, this could be what just happened on a national level. This may, because I'm asking about this may be the thing that you're like, fuck it, I'm making the changes now. Like, I don't have time to sit around. A lot of, like, I feel like you feel like either your nation or the world is going to hell in a handbasket, and you are saying, you know what, that's the last straw, and you are initiating something because you are no longer going to allow yourself to feel like you're out of control in your life. You are going to start taking it. You're not going to let things happen to you. You are taking the initiative, okay? And I want to say, the way that it feels it's taking you, you may be moving. You may choose to leave your career because you work for a company that supported this. You may be moving states because you don't feel safe in your own state. You may be a doctor and you're like, I'm going to go where my, you know, you may be an activist and you may be like, you know what, this is spurring me to take a lead in my career and go a particular direction. And whatever this is, whatever this news and this negative turn of events and this feeling like you were at one point stuck and imprisoned and whatever it is, and you say screw it because that being stuck caused you to walk right into this and blow shit up, Spirit is saying, and I'm saying loud and clear, and you notice that they gave us a feminine energy there too, loud and clear, absolutely. The world is going to open up to you. Like, things are going to begin to change for you, and it's going to happen. There's going to be rapid change, and it is almost like the path is now being lit for you. There's going to be a lot of people that this is going to change the trajectory of their life. We have the official person, but let's try to bring it back to being general, but I just want y'all to know it is so. So official person is either the person that has the authority to do this, okay, or, oh my gosh, this may be, okay, but this is also the official person in the Kipper decks is saying it is so. Like, it's official. Something is official and it's happening one way or the other. Okay? Like, it's official. Like, it is 100% true and honest that there's going to be great fortune for you. So if you allow this to be your trigger, your ignition, your something, you are moving away from having to fight for something and feeling laborious and weighed down on something. That's going to change. This is changing. This is going to be different for everybody, okay? So if you're in the US, it absolutely can relate to the ruling that has just come down and a lot of rulings that the Supreme Court is doing. But for anybody across the world, it can even be ignition point happening. This could be an ignition point for you all as well. You can say, you know what? This like no place is safe. Like this can happen anywhere, and you know, and it's time to take charge and to change this world and to change my life. Let me start with my life. I don't know. And it may not have anything to do with what's happening in the US. If you live somewhere else, something though spurred you to walk right into this. And if it's an offer that's coming in, you're not hesitating. Okay? Because you were feeling trapped before and stagnant. If it's love, you didn't feel like you were confident enough to have a partnership. So I'm sorry, my son is in the other room making a lot of noise. I apologize. So the change that's coming, you're gonna. This is it. This is it, guys. Okay, let's take a look. I want you to see. Feeling like everything with like so much on your shoulders, taking all the responsibility, having to do what you've got to do. This is exactly what they're saying. Okay, this is what they were saying before. Do all the tasks, the house cleaning, the toil and labor is all about. I've got so much in my head now, guys. Oh my gosh. Do what you have to do. This is the tasks that you do because you got to do them. You know, so it feels a little more laborious. You don't really like it, but it's clean house. Get things straightened up. You do not want to miss this change because it's coming and it can happen and it's going to bring great fortune. Okay? And if what started this was something that you didn't want to hear, okay, or the delays, you know, the fact that your anxiety alone and of itself delayed your new beginning, child card, and delayed you from enjoying your life, lovers, and moving forward and committing to things, that's changing. You're walking right into this. You are owning this tower moment, this fated change that you know, following your heart and intuition. Things are going to begin happening very fast for you, very fast. So apply this to your life and think, and if there's just anything, even if you're like, I don't really know what's coming in, but if you know there's some shit you need to clean up in your life so that you have the freedom of movement, so that you feel ready and capable for anything that comes in, that's the shit you need to take care of, okay? Holy moly, I love you people. I will be back tomorrow. Oh my gosh.